I'm going to call this a minor detail. Our situation in the world today feels to me like we are not looking out of the windshield. It looks like we're driving along, looking out one side, look up in the sky, maybe watching the ground go by. What do you see out your side? I don't think we are looking down the road. And what's up there? Because what I think is up there is a big cliff. And we're headed full blast. We haven't slowed down at all because we're just driving along. And I think we could actually lose humanity in an event of just unbelievable and unstoppable change in where we live and how we live and what we live with and what keeps us alive on this planet. You've heard of tipping points, and tipping points are something that once it starts, it won't stop, and it just keeps going. And we've got that in a dozen different incidents, like our air, like our water, just essential things that if they fail us, you can't just quickly scrub out the tub and everything's fine. You're talking the ocean. It takes millions of years and down to hundreds and down to decades for things to change. And they take those same decades and thousands and millions to get back to what they were. And we've had 300 or 400 years of tipping our temperature. That's another one of those things. What's the big deal about gaining a degree or two? I mean, it's not a big deal. It happens to us seasonal people. We get very hot and very cold every year. So it doesn't feel like much of a big deal. But within that, if that whole thing slides in one direction or another, and right now it's sliding towards higher, a whole bunch of things don't happen because it didn't get that cold. And a bunch of things happen because it never got that warm up there before. And it takes a while to get there. And even if we do everything right and try to change it, some of it keeps coasting in that direction, even after we've changed it. And then finally, when it does shift and start to go back, it takes a long time. Meanwhile, if that means that we are having trouble making our food or staying in our houses or fishing for animals in the ocean that no longer has any, that you can see that's just terrible. I mean, really terrible. An example of that is the ozone layer. We solved that problem in Reagan's administration. But we didn't solve the problem. We stopped making the problem. And it has taken from, I think it was 1957, until just the last couple of years for that continuation of increasing of the hole of the ozone hole. Now, finally, it has stopped and is starting to fill in. It got as big as the whole United States. It's just one of those tipping points that kept going. We were smart that we stopped it, but it kept going because of what we had already done. And then now it's going to take this long, huge period of time to close up. So tipping points are so significant. And this high-speed run towards a cliff, I mean, once you get within a certain amount of feet going at 60 miles an hour, even if you put on the brakes, you can't stop it. And once it hits and gets off and going down, we're all screwed. So this little minor detail of a few degrees temperature and whatever else, the long list of things we've got to wake up and get down on and fix. So let's put on the brakes before it's too late. Please. Hello? Anybody home? And one of the things that can be done is, what can I do? Answer the question, what can I do? Well, we've made this website called peoples.solutions. And that's all you have to put in, peoples.solutions. Notice my S-ing at the end there. And there's articles and places to go and things to see and read, and put in any subject you want, and you'll be amazed at what's there to help you figure out things to do. Because we've all got to figure out what we need to do and what we can do and what we want to do and what's okay for us to do. But that's a personal decision, and this will help you. This will help you a lot. Thanks for listening.